I think you just turn on the TV, and you see what's happening in the world. You see what the media puts out, a lot of negativity, a lot of fear, a lot of anger, every single day coming into people's homes. And then if you look at people's economic situation, 75% of families in the country are one paycheck away from having their lives completely ruined. And so there's a lot of anxiety, economic anxiety, social anxiety, cultural anxiety, political anxiety that's out there. And so just to stop and have some quiet time for yourself, and then really recognize that you have a choice as to what thoughts are you going to entertain, what thoughts do you want to come into your mind from TV or relationships that you may have. Well, I think you got to have the intention. I mean, it's like working out, physically, going to the gym. You've got to say, look, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to hit the snooze button. I'm going to get up and make it a point to start my day with this, or to find time throughout my day for this particular practice or moments where you can just have that quiet time, get some space between you and these decisions that you make and situations that you make. But you really got to have intention. And I'll never forget what Jon Kabat-Zinn said at the first retreat I went to, and he, I think, is primarily responsible for really getting the science behind mindfulness practices and bringing it in a secular way to the United States. He said you've got to have an overarching goal as to why are you practicing. I want to be a better husband, I want to be a better CEO, I want to be a better congressman, whatever the case may be. Have that bigger vision for why you need to do it. And it's the same with anything like working out. Why? Well, I want to be healthy, I have kids, I want to live longer, or whatever. Come up with your own thing, but have that reason why. And I think when you start doing it and you start seeing yourself benefit from it, and you have a little relief from the day-to-day anxiety, that's enough to say, yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. And you go up and down. I mean, mindfulness isn't some silver bullet that you get and then everything's fine. You have moments of more awareness and moments of less awareness. I still say things I wish I wouldn't say to my wife, to my kids, to my colleagues, to myself in my own head. But it has reduced that a lot, and it's prevention. It's really kind of catching yourself before you say something that you're gonna have to spend a week or a month cleaning up afterwards. So it's been very helpful in that regard. I actually have a friend who's a sheet metal worker, and he's in the union, and they do a lot of negotiations and back in Ohio, and he got my book and he loved it, and he started practicing, and he just said how helpful it's been to him with all the stress of the negotiations that he's always kind of dealing with his guys working, and so it's helpful in that realm. And in the community, it's been a lot of fun, introducing this to schools and in the realm of healthcare, veterans, having practices that can help them deal with post-traumatic stress. That to me is what I think most people who have experienced moments of mindfulness or even deeper experiences of present moment awareness, you want to share it, because you realize how powerful it is and how helpful it can be. Here in Congress, we just got into a bill to create a wellness program for the entire campus here on Capitol Hill, which is thousands and thousands of employees. It's kind of its own little town in a way, and I got on the committee that funds all of the different aspects of Capitol Hill. And one of the first things I wanted to do was figure out how we can help people deal with the stress of Capitol Hill. And included in the wellness program will be options for learning different meditation techniques, different health and wellness approaches, diet, nutrition, to reduce your stress, improve your diet, and hopefully we can all become better members of Congress. Staff will have access to it, committee staff will have access to it, very high stress jobs that don't necessarily pay a lot of money for an expensive town like Washington. So how to keep some balance in all of that. So I'm very excited about doing that. And we've done some education reform where local schools will be able to access money that will help with student preparedness. They can use some of that money for some kind of awareness or attention practices, mind-body practices that would be very important for teachers in schools. Coaches who coach peak performers say slow the game down. You look at some of the great quarterbacks over time in football, they say the game's happening in slow motion. They've learned to slow the game down. And I think we need to learn how to slow the game down, be where you are, see the whole field being what's inside of you and what's in your external awareness. But slow it down. And sometimes doing less is more because you're actually doing it. And then you also, by slowing it down, you are more connected to what your intention is. What are you intending to do? And you can't do that if you don't stop and think and take some time to see what's actually there, And then you're living from the deepest part of who you are.